Jim, let's get a few more questions and get the hell out of here. This one from the Cult of Cornette Facebook group sent in by Perry Cox. Best secondary championship in Crockett Promotions, U.S. title or World TV Championship? The U.S. belt was thought as the number one contender, but the TV title was always considered to be the best worker. Jim was there. What's his opinion?
Well, again, the fans may have thought the TV champion was the best worker. It wasn't necessarily that, the person who held the TV title was determined by who the best worker was. Let's see, is this guy better than that guy? We'll put the TV title on him. In a lot of cases, the TV champion, by virtue of the fact that he was the TV champion, would be on TV wrestling a somewhat competitive match more often than, the other guys. But no, the whole reason for the TV title was to have something to feature on television, to make, back in the days before you had consistent main events or competitive matches on all the TVs, that was something to sell for television. And then I always liked the way that they did it in the Carolinas and a few other territories. I think it was a George Scott thing, so it was, it was an older concept. But they would have the TV title on the line between two guys on television. And because TV time is more precious, the time limit was 15 minutes for a title match. One fall, 15-minute time limit, TV title. And a lot of times they'd go Broadway or whatever the fuck, and that way you'd keep the issue open. But what they do is they would take that issue to the arenas, and let's say Brian Last was the TV champion. If he was wrestling Jim Cornette, the TV title would be on the line for the first 15 minutes. And then Jim Cornette in the arena would beat Brian Last in 18 minutes, but not get the TV title. But it would increase the interest in their program without anybody having to do aggressive parkour or being thrown through furniture. And so the U.S. title was more about main eventing in the arenas when the world champion's not around, being the number one contender or considered close to it for the world title. It's a main event singles guy. The TV title was still a main event guy usually holding it, but it was something, really only for television and to potentially, carry over into the arenas with grudges against, especially if it was Tully and he was wrestling Dusty. That's a main event match, even though it's for the TV title. So it makes everything more important.